Hello everyone, welcome to my channel, or welcome back, here with my usual weekly video. So my weekly wax melts, everything that I finished and then everything that I started for the week. I think I've got more new stuff than I have empties. Like, it just felt like a week. I guess with the Teddy Bees pre-order coming in a little, not that long ago, there was just a few things from there that I wanted to try, so, and a few other things. So anyway, let's do the empties as usual. So first up I have a sample from L3 Waxy Wonders, which is Cupboard Under the Stairs and Cookie Therapy. Cupboard Under the Stairs is like a strawberry crushed wafer something blend. I don't mind it as far as strawberry scents go. Cookie Therapy is like pretzel, Sanders on keto, and sugared shortbread, I think. So a bakery blender. This one, it was funny. At first, I was really into it. Like, the Cookie Therapy is a nice kind of, to me, it's kind of dense and sort of cakey like, but not just any kind of cake. But anyway, and so I felt like the strawberry and it, like, they worked really well together. But then after a couple of hours, and I don't think the scent changed. I think just my tolerance of things changed. All of a sudden, it was just too artificial cake, like too artificial berry-like to me. Like, it just, I don't know, I just all of a sudden just did not want to be melting. Because it is, the strawberry in Cupboard Under the Stairs, while it is good, it is not like a realistic strawberry scent to me. There are very few strawberry scents out there that do smell like a realistic strawberry to me. So something about the artificialness of it, which I often don't mind artificial when it comes to berries, but this, like, it was fine and then it wasn't. So I did end up changing this out, but for a few hours at least I liked it. It was a very strong throwing scent, which maybe was part of the problem. I don't know. But anyway, I mean, when it first started melting, I was like, oh yeah, maybe I could get some of this. And towards the end of it, I was like, no way. So I don't actually know how I feel about it. Tea Time Tarts Strawberry Kiss. So this is strawberry pound cake, gold sugar, and boom boom cream. This is really lovely. I really enjoy the, oh, you could really smell it there too. Her gold sugar. So gold sugar, it has like, I don't know all the notes, but I know it has mandarin, I know it has creme brulee, I know it has sandalwood, and then I think it might have jasmine or something, and then it's got some other stuff. You can really smell the sandalwood come through in the Tea Time Tarts version, and I really like that. Like here, I can just, it smells like this glorious kind of sandalwoody body thing, but then you can smell a bit of the strawberry as well, and it's just, it's really, really lovely, because it's not like overly sandalwoody, but it's definitely there. So I really like this one. Throw is medium to high, possibly a repurchase, I'm not sure. Teddy Bees High Class, I've got hair here. Blackberry Sugared Violets with Creme de Boom Boom. So this is one that I think I've talked about it a few times. When Boom Boom became, you know, all the rage, I bought a bunch of scents. Teddy Bees did a bunch of new blends with it. I bought a bunch of them, and then I kind of got over it really quickly. So all of these scents that I bought, every time I was just like, eh, you know. But so I think most of the times I've melted this, I actually haven't been that enthusiastic about it. But this time I actually liked it. I had it down in my lounge room, sat with it a bit. It's very floral because of the Blackberry Sugared Violets. And that is an oil that I've gone on and off my whole time melting wax. Sometimes I like it, sometimes I don't. I actually don't think this one was super heavy on the Boom Boom. I think this is mostly Blackberry Sugared Violets with just a hint of like a body cream. So I don't think I need to get this one. But for whatever reason this week when I melted it, I really enjoyed it. It threw very strongly. Yeah, probably not a repurchase, but I enjoyed it this time around. Super Tarts, Strawberry Pancake, and Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies. So I've melted one of this shape already before because I had two samplers, so two shapes. This one's okay. It's not great. So again, with the artificial berry tones, so I love the Super Tarts Strawberry Pound Cake. Love it, love it, love it. It's amazing. But I find that, and same, like, I actually like the Blackberry Jam Butter Cookies as well, but together they just created an artificial berry tone, which I didn't love. Both of them, blend them with other things, it kind of tones down those artificial notes. Love it, I can also do the strawberry pancake on its own. Love it that way too. But the blackberry jam butter cookie, just there's a slight plasticiness there that I'm not fond of. So it was okay, but it wasn't anything that I was crazy about. It threw quite strongly, but it's not something I would repurchase. Today, up here in the office, actually, I melted this sample of Coconut Lime Breeze. We had quite a warm afternoon for mid-May. It's weird, the weather has just been so... We've had some of our coldest autumn days in quite some time, but right now we're hitting, you know, 20 degrees, which I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, but it's nice, it's pleasant. This one hasn't really done much up here. It doesn't smell like much here either. I can kind of smell a sort of fresh, very slightly... I feel like I can smell a touch of citrus in coconut, but I really don't smell a lot up here. So, nothing to repurchase. I'd say light throw, maybe. Rose Girls, Pomegranate and Sweater Weather. So I did a bit of Sweater Weather melting this week as well, because it was also cold at some points this week. This one is really nice. It's not my favourite Sweater Weather combo, but it is pretty good. Like the Rose Girl Sweater Weather oil is just superb. It just smells amazing. It's really strong. It's just one of the best ones out there, I think. And with the pomegranate, the fruitiness of that pomegranate, it makes a really nice pair. So yeah, I definitely enjoy this one. I do like this one. I think this week, just because we've had a little bit of cold, but a bit of warm, the pomegranate and the Sweater Weather kind of felt good and right, because the fruitiness kind of lifted it a little bit, but the Sweater Weather still feels very winter. So I enjoyed that. It threw well. Maybe a repurchase. I don't feel like I must have it, but who knows. Jess's Homespun Scents Blueberry Pumpkin Waffles. So this one is pumpkin waffles, sweet blueberry syrup, melted butter. I love this. I've tried quite a few blueberry pumpkin pecan waffle type blends, and I think this one is my favourite. And I think what it comes down to is, one, the blueberry is not overpowering in this. There is blueberry there, but it is the pumpkin waffles actually comes through a lot stronger. But the other thing is this pumpkin pecan waffle scent that Jess's has. You can, I think I finally put my finger on what I like about it. I can actually smell waffles in it. Like, I can smell syrup and I can smell waffles, which I love pumpkin pecan waffles, but they often don't smell very waffly to me. They either smell really syrupy or they just smell like a sweetened kind of bakery. A very specific kind of sweetened bakery. But this one I can really smell those waffles. So... and the melted butter too. I think I can smell melted butter notes. So just the Jess's one smells more realistic than anything else I've had that's sort of this type of blend. So I would definitely get this one again, and it really throws well. It's just, I don't know. It's good. Soup Tarts, Strawberry Pancake and Clementine Kumquat. So melted this on one of the warmer afternoons because it is very, very, very fruity. Very fruity. Like, it's mostly just the clementine and the kumquat. I'm sure if I had clementine and kumquat next to this version, I would be able to tell what the strawberry pancake does. I'm sure it does something, but without that here to compare, it's kind of hard to say. It kind of smells almost like a more sugar, like clementine and kumquat with icing, almost. Like, it's very, there's a very sugary sweet element to this scent. It's not bad. It wasn't a crazy favorite, but it's not bad. I don't think I'd need to get this again. It was very strong though. I had it in the bedrooms and it was incredibly strong. And then I finished this scoop. So strawberry jelly donut from Scoopables. So this is jelly donut, sweet bakery dough and strawberry pancake. I really like this one. And it's funny because the jelly donut oil is the one that Rose Girls and Scoopable uses. Is very it's very, very light for me. It doesn't really, I can't really smell jelly in the donut. Like, it's just a very light bakery scent. But I guess combined with sweet bakery dough and strawberry pancake, this is a delicious jammy bakery. So it smells more jammy than just if it was strawberry pancake on its own. So maybe the jelly donut oil is different. I don't know. But I feel like I can actually smell a good jelly donut in here. So who knows? Because I've had it solo from Rose Girls and I've had it in blends and it just never worked. But here I feel like I can smell it. Anyway, so I really enjoyed this. Throws medium to high. possibly would repurchase this one. I did melt another one, which I didn't finish, so I haven't got it here, but one with wild berry mousse, and that one I liked a little bit more. It was a bit more zingy, so that one I'd probably get over that, but still good. Okay, so now I'm on to the first melts. So like I said, there's a fair bit of Teddy Bees here, because I tried quite a few of the new Teddy Bees things, and then a couple of the Super Tarts Advent ones that arrived as well. So the first thing I have here is Pacific Northwest Winter from Teddy Bees. So this is fresh snow, pine sap, fresh mistletoe, vanilla balsam, the slight hint of cranberries, and burning fireplaces off in the distance. I knew from the notes that this was going to be one that I would love, and it has not let me down. It is amazing. You just know with a blend like that it's just going to be perfect. I missed out on this one in the ready to ship that she first launched it in. I have a feeling this one won't get up onto the next pre-order list, so I think I'll be hoping for it when like she does a winter pre-order, which I'm guessing would be perfect. Not guessing, would be perfect for those of you in America. It really does have all of that going on. I love the kind of slight sharpness from the cranberries. It's so pine-like. The vanilla balsam adds a very slight touch of sweetness and creaminess to it. But it's still very tree-like. Like it's just... Right, I got wax on my chin. It's incredible, and it threw really well. So definitely will want more of that one. I'll probably melt a fair bit of it through the winter months. Springtime in Montana from Teddy Bees. So this one is crisp cotton, lavender, white peach, and vanilla balsam. So this one ended up being, not that I've melted everything from the pre-order yet, but this one ended up being the star of the pre-order for me. And I was very nervous about this scent because crisp cotton, so many blends I've tried, particularly from Teddy Bees, that have crisp cotton as the notes, and I just don't love it. You know, it's very clean laundry, and I'm just not into those sorts of things. Lavender is always, like, there are certain brands I can do lavender from. Teddy Bees is not one of them, unfortunately. But then I went, look, white peach sounds good. And then the vanilla balsam is what hooked me, because I love vanilla balsam. And I just went, that sounds so, just with those notes, just sounds, I don't know. Like, I just went, I feel like it'd have to be a really good blend for you to do it. So I got it. And it really is. And the vanilla balsam is definitely what's pulling it together and making it amazing. But it doesn't smell like strongly like vanilla balsam. Like, I feel like I can smell the clean cotton and the lavender and a bit of the peach. Like, there's like, it's fruity and it's uplifting, but somehow it comes together in a way that's not irritatingly laundry-like or annoyingly lavender-like. I don't know how she did it, but it is incredible. So I did request this for the next pre-order because I just loved it. I want more of it. I don't think I need huge amounts, probably either another souffle or a tub at most. But yeah, I was blown away with this one. And how she's made, because how she's made like a springtime vanilla balsam scent. Because vanilla balsam is definitely more like a winter or maybe autumn kind of scent. And she did vanilla balsam in Balsam Beach, so she turned it into a summer-like scent, which was just really different for what people normally do with vanilla balsam. But then here she's turned it into a springtime scent. Don't know, but Teddy Bees just knows how to work with vanilla balsam just about better than anybody else. I did Wax Snob. So this one is pink pepper, sandalwood, sweet citrus, pear, hint of peach, and sensual vanilla. This one wasn't a favourite. It was okay. There was nothing wrong with this scent. It didn't throw super well, and it didn't wow me. Yeah, it's kind of pretty. It's subtle. I feel like I've smelled something pretty similar from Ebony Violet, maybe. So maybe one of the fragrance types that she pours. Maybe I've had something similar there. But yeah, it just didn't have a huge amount of presence in the room. It's a nice, kind of pretty perfume. And you can tell there's some complexity in the notes there. But yeah, they don't really pop. Maybe a bit of extra cure time might help it. I don't know. But yeah, right now it's kind of average. Yeah, so at this stage, not a repurchase. Teddy Bees Fuzzy Socks. So this one is Warm Woods Cashmere Socks and Marshmallow Fireside. So I got this one mostly because of the rave reviews. But I mean, Warm Woods, so Cashmere Socks I wasn't sure about, but I went the Warm Woods and the Marshmallow Fireside sounds pretty well up my alley. And I did really like this. I do think the Cashmere Socks comes through the strongest, and it does almost lean flannel. Flannel's not my favourite, but something about everything else in here, the woodsiness, and even though it's not super woody, and the Marshmallow Fireside, it was nice. So the throw was medium to high. I'm still not 100% sure if this is going to be a repurchase. I feel like I need to melt it a bit more and sit with it. I did smell it. I know I definitely smelled it while it was melting, but I feel like maybe I just didn't get a chance to, you know, take it in as much as I could. So I'm undecided on that one at this point. Friol Blom. I think I'm saying that wrong. Beautiful Flower from Teddy Bees. So this one's Cashmere Cream, Tobacco Flower, and Palo Santo. So I don't know why I put this back in here with the tin on. I don't know why, but I don't like the tins in there once I started melting. So when I smell this one cold, it really smells like it's going to be a headache for me. This one did transform quite a bit when it warmed up, and I think someone said in the comments that it would. The Palo Santo comes out a lot more, so I definitely smelled like a really beautiful woody scent. Not just Palo Santo, but I feel like the Tobacco Flower has kind of woody elements as well. No, Cashmere Cream, I still don't have a very good read on what Cashmere Cream is and what it adds to blends. Like, I can always kind of smell it in there, but I don't know, I don't have a reference point for it or something, so I've struggled to describe it. Someone, I think Mrs. Jones was saying in the comment that after like 5 or 6 hours, this one kind of might settle back into those notes that could trigger the headache, and I feel like I did notice that over like the first few hours I enjoyed it more than I did towards the end, but thankfully it never got into, I think because it's not super strong, it was kind of medium to high. It never was strong enough to really get into that headache danger zone. But definitely some of the notes in here, if it was a really strong scent, probably could have done that. So I actually did really like it. I don't know if it's a repurchase, just because I think the part I liked about it the most was the Palo Santo coming out. And I have so many Teddy Bees blends, Teddy Bees Palo Santo blends, including just the Teddy Bees Palo Santo poured on its own, and I just don't know. Maybe if I melt it again and I'll see how I feel, but I just don't know if it was like different enough or if I was just enjoying it because it was a nice Palo blend. Okay, December 7th from Super Tarts. This is Key Lime, Boom Boom, Mango Papaya, and Black Sea. I feel like I didn't notice this one. I had it in my kitchen, so I should have noticed it melting, but I just don't think I did. I think I knew something was fruity was melting, but I don't remember noticing anything about it. So, yeah, I really don't know if that just... I know it was throwing, but maybe just not quite enough to have... I don't know. Yeah, I think I had some other fruity stuff going on around the house, and I think that was just attracting my nose more. So I'll try it again. I'll see how I feel. But yeah, this one just didn't... Yeah, I don't remember anything special about it, is what I'm trying to say, I think. Rainbow Melts Hibernation. So this is Crackling Birch, Marshmallow, Cashmere, Cotton, and Vanilla Bean Noel. This is such a beautiful scent. It's a great take on cashmere, not cashmere, Crackling Birch. Because I love that Crackling Birch oil, but I feel like a lot of other vendor blends I've smelled with it, either the Crackling Birch kind of takes over, or you can barely smell it. So this one you can smell it, but it's creamy, it's a little bit body care and perfume-like. It's definitely got this beautiful creamy sweetness to it though, which I really, really enjoy. So it's a really good blend. Yeah, strong throw, repurchase. Look, I've cut down so much on how much wax that I buy that just realistically even if she wasn't having, you know, issues with turnaround time and stuff like that, I probably wouldn't be repurchasing from Rainbow Melts anyway, because I just, on the list of my vendors with the blends that I want, she's just not quite high enough up. But yeah, I would probably like to do a version of something like that from a different vendor someday, because it's really good. Got stuck into a new bag. I don't know why that's on the front. It's not even the sticker from, it's got a poured by date, but no, it's not the poured by date from this. So Blueberry Cheesecake Waffles. So this one is blueberries, creamy cheesecake, butter pecan waffles, maple syrup. I adore this one. I've raved about this one a lot. If it gets onto the list, please vote for it. I'll try and get this video up before the voting list goes up for Teddy Bees. I'm not promising anything. Maybe by the time this video goes up, the whole list will be shut. But if it hasn't, vote for this. If you do love a really delicious like blueberry pumpkin pecan waffle, and I know I said that the Jess's one is my favourite just before, I sort of keep this one in a slightly different category because it's also got the cheesecake, and the cheesecake in here is just delicious. The creaminess of it is just, yeah. So this one is in a category of its own for me, and I love it. It always throws really well. Definitely a repurchase. It hasn't come up in a little while. This was poured in November 2021. It's possible it got maybe poured once in 2022, but I don't think so. So, no, because I think I had it once before in a pre-order before, and then she poured some of these tile shapes and are ready to ship, and that was the last time it's come around. So, would definitely love to see that one get up. Started a new bag of L3S Roasted Coffee, Pumpkin Pecan Waffles, Vanilla Butter Fudge, and Sugar Shortbread. So, this was my custom that I absolutely adored. I've already finished, and then it got poured for someone else's customs, and then it ended up in the ready to ship, and I bought 5. I bought 5 Trig Tart bags because it's just perfect. Like, it's just the most delicious, rich. The coffee, it's not even like a really coffee scent, but it just adds a little bit of richness. Oh, it is so freaking good. So I just adore this one. Need to, you know, I wanted a loaf. There were no loaves, so I got a quantity, roughly, of a loaf. So, good for that one for a while. Pippin from Super Tarts. This one is, it's got blue sugar, it's got orange, and it's got, I don't know what else. I have had this one before, but it was a long time ago. I had like a clamshell or 2 of it, probably in like when I first started buying Super Tarts in 2019 or maybe 2020. I remember I always enjoyed this scent, but I was always really struggling as when to melt it. Because one, there's no other scents really out there like it with the blue sugar and the orange. I think maybe it's got like candy notes or something as well. So it's got this sweetness to it, but it just, yeah, when I think about what I'm going to melt around the house, I really struggle to think of what else I would put on at the same time as this scent. And so I just don't reach for it as much, but it is really nice. Like, I don't know how, with those notes, how she managed to do it, but it's, and I can't even really describe it. It's definitely kind of citrusy and sweet, but not your typical at all. I don't know. Anyway, I enjoy it. I'm glad I've got it again. I remember because I thought the opportunity to get a smaller bag like this was good because I don't feel like I melted as much, but I actually feel like maybe I will. I don't know. We'll see how we go. Very strong as well. Tea Time Tarts, Sun's Out, Bums Out. So this one is Beachside Blanket, Boom Boom Room, which is Boom Boom Cream, and Boardwalk Marshmallows. It's interesting with this one because I bought it in April 2021, and I think it was not long after that my nose just flipped, literally, I think, on all 3 of those oils. So, Beachside Blanket is Beach Nights, Boom Boom Cream being Boom Boom, and then Boardwalk Marshmallow being Boardwalk Marshmallow Clouds. All blenders that I enjoyed for a bit and then just got over. So this has been sitting there for a while just because of those feelings. But I'm starting to come back a little bit. So I actually didn't mind this. Didn't love it, but didn't mind it. I do think the Tea Time Tarts Beach Nights oil is not bad. Like, I think I melted some of it on its own recently, or not recently, a little while ago, and I didn't find it completely off-putting. So this was, it's nice. It's definitely very body care-like. But it does have beachy elements to it too. It's not a bad scent. Probably don't need it again, but I don't need to avoid it. No, that one was pretty high actually. That one threw pretty well. And then Tea Time Tarts Strawberry Luxe. So this is Strawberry Pancake, Amber, Sea Salt, Bergamot. So this one, I really need to get a move on melting this because I have a loaf of this scent and it has been sitting there since like December last year. I think I thought I was going to melt it through sort of summer and stuff, and I just didn't. And I don't know why, because it's really pretty. I will say, though, this barely threw, but the previous stripful that I had threw pretty well. So, and this smells pretty light. So I don't know what happened to this one. Hopefully the loaf is okay. Because this one, this one is just one of the most gorgeous strawberry scents ever. The Amber Sea Salt Bergamot like kind of lifts it, makes it a bit more mature, but it's still really juicy and fruity. Even though it's a strawberry pound cake, I know it sounds weird, but it just is. So it's an amazing scent, but I really need to get a move on with melting it because I fell in love with it and then I just didn't melt it. Anyway, that's everything that I have for this week, so I'm going to leave it there. I hope you're all doing really well. I'll talk to you all again soon. Bye.